R33 GTR V-SPEC cold start. Hi JDM fans and JDM EXPO followers, welcome to another episode of New Inventory here at JDM EXPO. And today we have this nice R33, it's a 1995 V-SPEC. We have several new R33s in, and this is the only V-SPEC out of all of them. They're all nicely modded. So this one's a nice dark purple. We have titanium suspension, which is really, it's actually handling really nicely. It's not too rough. It is adjustable, so you can make it a little stiffer or softer, just depending on if you're on the track or on the highway. It has a RSE titanium exhaust. I'm not familiar with that company, but it has a nice tone. And we'll show you later underneath. It looks pretty good. Very good construction. Of course, the interior, we'll show you a little bit more later. It's really nice. It's all original. It doesn't even have a new shift knob. It actually is all original. So I think out of all of the R33s that came in, this one has mostly original stuff, especially the interior. The others, they're very modded. But this one is tastefully modded, just nice and light. But being a V-SPEC, there's not a whole lot you really need to do with these. We're going to test the transmission here. Got a nice open straightaway, and here we go. This is only a 5-speed, but being V-SPEC, it's a little nicer. And the clutch engagement is nice and smooth. It's a stock style clutch as far as I know. And no problem going through all 5 gears. As you can see, the exterior here looks absolutely fabulous. We got the Nismo front lip over here, matching color. Even though it's aftermarket, everything matches perfectly. And we do have the TE37s from Volks. And as you can see, the stance of the entire car, it's a little bit lowered, has that titanium suspension that we can show you the underside later in the video. And that was actually upgraded before we got it. So looks pretty original, except for a little bit different with the front lip spoiler. The rear spoiler is stock. And being a V-SPEC, you can see it's slightly different from your average R33. And the interior, it's pretty much stock like I talked about earlier. You can see how clean it is. The shift knob and the e-brake are a little bit worn, but all in all, really nice. The dash is clean. The here in the back, you can see nice and clean, plenty of room, as much as an R33 is going to give you. You know, with these mid-90s Nissans, it's not too bad on the room, but it's not exactly for tall people either in the back. It's not a minivan. Why would you want that? Yeah, and here in the trunk, we do have a 6-disc CD changer, all original, pretty much. No frills, just it's a trunk. We do have the original spare tire here in the back, and that's it. Yeah, and of course, for you guys, the batteries in the back here for the R33s and R34s. We had the original strut bar. For a couple of the other mods, you know, like I mentioned about the performance, we do have this RSE titanium exhaust. It's an all titanium muffler, so it's a little bit lighter. And the piping diameter is a little bit larger, so you get a nice deeper tone and plenty of performance. But this one's not heavily tuned or anything. For the most part, it's stock. So it's a little bit higher powered, being a V-SPEC. We do have the stock airbox, so we don't have an aftermarket air filter on this, so it's original. As you can see, the RB26DET, the twin turbo edition. And you can see the tops of the Tane suspension here. You can see it's nice and new. Original strut tower bar as well. So even for this, we do have the original radiator, original intercooler in the front, right there. So all V-SPEC originals. And this engine has 96,000 kilometers on it, so a little over 60,000 miles. And let's hear how it sounds. It's nice and smooth. All right, so you see hear the engine purring. Let's go see how it runs. All right, and let's test the performance here. See how well it revs through the RPMs. Pulls really hard. Turbo's really nice. And no problems going through the RPM range, that's for sure. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, climate control check. Alright, so let's have a look underneath here. Oh, but first, let me point out. Oh, geez, you can't really see it. We have the beautiful green Tane suspension. Really, besides that and the exhaust, everything else is OEM. Got the oil pan there, we got the skid plate, and the Nismo front lip spoiler, which you've seen already a couple of times. Nice, beautiful, matching color. And underneath here, you can see the stock transmission and transfer case. Got the drive shaft there, and right alongside it, this custom catback exhaust. You can see that beautiful welds there. It's actually pretty fresh. I believe it was just installed before we got it, just like the Tane suspension. So some nice tasteful upgrades. Really, as you can see, it's just minor rust on the usual points around the suspension, but no pitting corrosion. Nothing unusual for the age of the car, being near 25. Looks like they've even refreshed a few points underneath here. Looks like the protective coating underneath is looking pretty good. Also, Let's see here. See the drivetrain right there. Looks good. So this is a 1995, so it's not quite available yet for the guys in the States, but you know, if you're anywhere else in the world, just check with your local laws if you'd like to bring this V-SPEC. By the way, don't forget that it is the R33 V-SPEC. Check out our website, JDM-EXPO.com, and see our inventory, see what's available. If there's anything in particular you're interested, make sure to hit us up at that email that I told you earlier. And we do have other contact information. Thanks for watching, and I do have a couple of other R33s to show you guys later. So thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.